I really don't want you to take this the wrong way, which is why I'm trying to humble myself to say it to you with my face. Because basically, what I'm trying to say is your activity on OnlyFans, your content, lifestyle, career, whatever you want to call it, that's why you'd be lucky. You should realize that you are lucky to have a man that would do this for you. What I mean is, I'm wearing a promise ring. You see, men will put a ring on a woman's finger just to get in her pants. Men will play women, they will lie to women, betray women, they will basically pretend to be some good guy, pretend to be in love, pretend for all these things that a woman wants just to get laid. Every single year, we seem to have this unchanging, record high growth. Every year seems like the divorce rates are higher than they've ever been. That's the only thing in the world that repeatedly, continuously, constantly, every single year is the highest it's ever been. Divorce rates are so high that it is honestly almost becoming pointless to even want to get married at all. Men and women will marry for the wrong reasons. Man will marry a woman just for the pussy. So if the pussy is the only thing making him happy, eventually he might find a woman who is more than just a pussy. And if he does find a woman who is more than just a pussy, he would leave you in a heartbeat, whether you're married with kids or not. A man will easily, very easily, put a ring on your finger to try to convince you that he only wants you, just to sweezle his way into your pants. So when you go out in public, you're wearing a ring and you're claimed. And every man in public who sees you and sees that ring on your hand knows that there is a man who claims you. Shitty players will try to pursue you and try to outman the other man. But good men and respectful men, this is what he's trying to do. He's trying to keep you away from the good man who would love you the right way. Because a good man would see that ring on your finger and he would respect you and stay away. He wouldn't pursue you. He wouldn't even talk to you. He would just keep his place because he knows his place. And if you got a ring on your hand, he knows that's not his place. That is why a man will put a ring on a girl's finger. It's to claim her. It's to keep the men who are out there who would have interest in her and who would probably be way better for her than he could ever be. He wants to make sure that they won't try anything. The shitty man will try to fuck a girl with a ring on, but he won't try to commit with her. Guys are always trying to fuck married women because They don't want to be committed to the woman. They just want to fuck. So they keep convincing these married women to cheat on their husbands just so that they don't have to commit to them after. So yeah, a man will put a fucking ring on a girl's finger just to get to fuck her. He will put a ring on her finger to claim her. So everybody in the world, anyone who would do good to her world, knows that she is called for, that she is taken. So he will not be mistaken and think that he has a chance, or not even try to shoot a shot. So when she goes out in public, she shows the world that she is taken, that some man claims her, that she is not available. But let me ask you something. What is the man doing to show this to the world of women out there? Is he wearing a hand or a ring on his hand that says he is taken? No. Is he wearing any kind of symbolism? Any kind of title, any kind of anything to show that he is committed to a relationship? No. So the fact that a man puts a ring on his finger instead of the alternative, putting a ring on your hand, that is a man who's fucking serious. That is a man in love. Want to know something? Men do not take you OnlyFans girls seriously at all. They pretend. Me, I keep on beating myself up for even contemplating seeing something real in an OnlyFans girl. But unfortunately, when I fall in love with the soul. I fall in love with the heart. I fall in love with the person inwardly. So the outward person she is usually doesn't have that much of an effect for how I perceive this love to her. So unfortunately, when her outwardness is such a disrespect to herself and to me as a man, in my aspect of what a man is, unfortunately, I'm always getting hurt because I'm never worth shit to her, when she's worth more to me than any man in the world combined would ever see in her. Because to them, she is an OnlyFans girl. Tip it, unzip it, jerk it, fuck it, compliment it, and fuck off. Until the next time you come pay for some attention that they may portray. I can't pay for your content. I can't pay for your attention. I can't pay for it because I cannot handle it being fake. Men who come here to pay your shit, they pay you for the privilege to disrespect you. They don't respect you. They don't support you. They're supporting their own needs, their own wants, and the only value that you have to them is a fucking jerk off. So yes, a man is gonna pay a hottie to jerk off to her because men love to fucking treat women like a whore. Men are shitty in this sense a lot of times. When you make that accessible to a man, of course, he's gonna fucking pay for it. Because he doesn't have to respect you to get it. He doesn't have to commit to you to get you in that naked sense. He doesn't have to be patient with you. He doesn't have to put effort into you. He doesn't have to put time into you. He doesn't have to save himself to you. He doesn't have to love you, respect you, appreciate you. He doesn't have to do shit to earn you, because you have a price. And any man can afford a price. You know what men don't afford? putting their whole heart and soul into somebody that makes them whole and committing a whole entire life to that person. You want to know why? Some women are worth a man's provision to provide and support her for the rest of her life and all the kids that come with it. Want to know what sets her apart from women who are probably twice as beautiful out there in the world, who just can't seem to find a man to want to marry her and support her fully? Me, I'm the kind of man, I want to be that supportive person. I don't want my girl to be out there. I don't want her to be working. And people probably think that I'm a sexist or whatever they call that shit because I want my woman to be the feminine, fucking stay home, this and that, whatever. I'm not a bitch, okay? I'm a fucking independent woman. I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna sell some pussy. I make my own money, bitch. But you see, when you women do that shit, you don't have no need for a good man no more. Because a good man wants to keep you safe and secure. A good man wants you to be comfortable and confident. He wants to be confident in you and comfortable with you. He wants to trust you. And even if he does trust you, out there in the world, he cannot trust those around you. Not one little bit. A man in love is protective and territorial. Not possessive and fucking toxic and controlling. No, protective and territorial. Very different. You women mistaken these controlling shitty men as the dominant, territorial, caring, loving guys, but they're not. They're just really controlling. Because if a man is okay with you showing your body naked to other men, but is being really strict and controlling over all these rules of how you get to do it, that man does not love you. Because a man who loves you would not be okay with any other man seeing you in that way. Because he's going to be protective and territorial. What's his is his, and no other fucking man gets to come close. No other man gets to sniff it, look at it, lick it, fuck it, nothing. That is what makes a man. When a woman can respect him by respecting herself and never letting another man near her, being untouchable, being loyal, without any fucking question of her ability to show that. Shutting down a man before he even tries to make a stand with her, not even letting him have the opportunity to shoot a shot. That is what makes a woman, and that's what makes a man, and that's what makes that woman to that man worth supporting, protecting, loving, even all the kids that come with it for the rest of his life. A woman with a price tag. It's not exactly wife material. The only men who come trying to see that value in women who don't even value themselves more than a price tag. Most of those men are simps. And I can say that myself because I'm one of those men, and I know as a matter of fact that I'm pretty fucking pathetic to even be in love with an OnlyFans girl. I'm a joke. I know. But I've also been through so many fucking toxic relationships. Not so many, like it's a lot of them, but the heartbreak is always more vast than just the fucking girl. It's not just one person. It's every moment. It's every feeling. It's every day. It's every situation that builds up. So I've been hurt a lot. And they weren't even OnlyFans girls. A couple of them were church girls, right? And if a church girl can go fucking cheat on her man and be a fucking hoe, but pretend to be something perfect and innocent, that's the thing that I hate. Is a woman will always try to be fake, try to portray some kind of image that she has absolutely no comprehension of what it is to be that image. Girls are always pretending to be innocent, always pretending to be this perfect little fucking princess. And that is why I try to date OnlyFans girls. Because I'm tired of girls who lie about what they are or who they are just because they're trying to attract a certain kind of man. But of course, they're going to keep losing that man and keep ending up with piece of shit men because of what they're doing and what they're choosing to do to that man. They don't respect him because they don't respect themselves. So of course, you're always gonna end up with shitty men who will cheat on you. A man will put a ring on your fucking finger and still leave you high and dry after fucking 10 years of marriage with 3, 4, 5 kids. He will still leave you when he finds better. So be the better instead of trying to pretend to be better, because he's more than likely gonna be pretending to be the better too. That's what men do. Pretend to be the good guy so that you fall for him. And that's why real good guys look like shit to men. I mean, to women. Why? Because a real good guy has feelings, right? He has goals. He has values. He has opinions. He has choice. And he has a voice too. And he matters just as much as you. So if he wants to spend the rest of his life with a woman, of course, he is going to care about his own position in that story. So of course there's going to be arguments. Of course there's going to be opposing opinions, fights or arguments about things that you guys just can't agree on. But that doesn't make him a shitty guy. It just means that he knows what he likes, or he knows what he wants, or he stands by something. And if it's not matched by you, obviously there's gonna be some compatibility issues. But compatibility is not a relationship worth choosing. Because compatibility is only a temporary satisfaction that will always dissolve eventually. When people date because they're compatible, because he doesn't judge me for what I do, he's okay with me selling shit on fucking OnlyFans, he's just a perfect guy, he never bitches at me, he never goes against me, he never says no, he calls me beautiful, compliments me all the time. And that's the thing. If a man is complimenting your bad behavior, he is not supporting you. If a man is paying your bad behavior, he is not supporting you. He is supporting himself. He is giving you a compliment and giving you a tip so that you keep on worshiping his dick, because that's all he wants from you. And so long as he keeps you happy, he's gonna keep having access to you in that way. Men who know their worth, know their value, and will actually see a woman's worth are not gonna see any worth in an OnlyFans girl. So when you are trying to tell me that I'm just trying, where is it? I'm just trying to show you my private content while getting some support, right? That's what you're trying to do. I decided I would only do it to my supporter here. So if you can't, sorry then. I want to make sure, as I just don't want fucking forget. I have been cheated before and I had a bad experience, so I am very cautious now. That is why I was asking for some support here at some point. That is why you will never, ever find the man you're looking for, because you're looking for it with support, doing something that that man will never respect you for. Do you understand? That man does not want a fucking whore. So if you want a man with values, who will value you, then value yourself, to not sell for a view. This is what you women do not fucking understand. You think because there's men all around the world who bow down and lick the fucking floor where you walk on just to fuck you, you think you will always have options. You think there will always be men lined up at your door ready to be your husband. But what you don't understand is every single one of those men just wants to fuck you. And they will wife you up just to get to fuck you for as long as they can, until they get tired of it, until they get bored of it, until they don't want it anymore, or until they find someone better. And it's not very hard to find a woman out there who would actually respect him, love him, all this shit. You know that it's usually when a man has a girlfriend, when other girls start seeing his worth, because they can see how good he is to her. They can see all these values, all these attributes that he brings to that relationship, and a girl wants those things. That is why it's always divorce and breakups. Because man only gets seen as worth anything to any girl when he's already worth something to a different girl, and when they see what he does for her and what she wants for herself. That's the thing. I don't want your content. I want you. And I want you to get off this shit and never ever sell a fucking thing to another man ever again. That's what I want. That's what would turn me on. And that, doing that for a guy, that would get you the fucking guy you're looking for. I don't want to just fucking forget. Well, what the fuck do you think I want? You think I want to fucking forget? No. That's why I don't want you fucking doing this shit. I don't want to have to pay for your attention. I don't want to have to pay for your love, because that makes it fake. Because that means that the only reason I was even worth it, deserving it in the moment, is because I fucking paid for it. And that is not okay. Not for me, because I know what I'm worth, and I might not be rich. I might not even have a fucking job right now, but guess what I do have? Everything money cannot buy. And if that is not worth something to you, guess what? That is the price you pay by having a price on your fucking head. You lose the value of being priceless. You lose the worth of being so valuable that you are worth everything money cannot buy. Which is why no guy will ever do what you are worth, because you are affordable without having to do those things. If all a guy had to do was tip you and be a VIP and giving you fucking compliments and tipping your shit all the time, if that's all a guy had to do to get to fuck you, guess what? Every single one of them would be fucking you. If a man knew that all he had to do was tip you and you would get a chance to fuck you, he's gonna do that. Every single man in the world is gonna do that. And you would still be having those bad experiences that you're being so cautious about, but you're fucking oblivious to the fact that you are retarded. Everything that you are trying to retain away from yourself is what you are remaining to obtain, because you are literally opening the door to exactly what you don't want anymore. You are repelling away the guy that you want and attracting what you don't want. Get off this fucking site if you don't want those experiences. Stop selling your body to men for pleasure if you want to be a man's pleasure. Because if they're paying you for pleasure, why the fuck would they ever pleasure you? You're just there to service them. Of course they're gonna compliment you. They're fucking jerking off to you because you're hot as fuck. This is what real support looks like, by the way. This is what real love looks like, and this is what real value is. This is what true worth is. This is what makes you worth everything to me that you will never be to anyone else, because you do this. A man who loves you would not be okay being with you if you were doing this. So men that are okay with it, men who are trying to get their ego boost through it, cock holding and all that bullshit, trying to fucking be seen fucking you. That's a man who's only there for his own gain, his own benefit, to get that ego boost, to feel confident and superior over all the other men, but they're all shit, pathetic, worthless, useless, scum of the earth kinds of guys. And that kind of guy will never ever love you or treat you right. So what you are trying to do to yourself is literally the opposite of what you actually do to yourself. Yes, I know. Random hookups at the clubs are bad experiences that can lead you to a very fucking bad place. Kidnap you, take you to a fucking house where they lock you in and take your fucking money, take your account, and force you to do sexual shit for them and trick you into thinking you're gonna get your money back someday when you don't. Yeah, OnlyFans girls are the targets for guys like this, because shitty guys are the only kind of guys who are gonna be so okay with this. If I didn't love you, I would go and borrow the money from my friends if I didn't have the money, just to get to see that. If I had a chance to fuck you and I was broke as fuck, I would go beg for money on the streets just to get to come and fuck you. But that's not what I want. I want real. Because I might not have the money to bring to the table, but I have everything that makes real what really is real. I have the loyalty. I have the commitment. I have the unwavering, undying, uncomparable love. And the ability to love, because I have the biggest fucking heart that you will ever fucking see in the entire fucking world, and I can fucking prove it. If you'd let me. But asking me to pay to show it, that literally goes against everything what makes it true. It goes against everything that